Please help me to understand this. Why is it hard for men to date women with kids? And when they do, why they can't just help out? I mean, you are in love with this person or you care about this person. Don't you care about their kids as well? You could at least give them a couple of dollars. I mean, the kids do need things that you can help out with the mother. What's the big deal? It's not being a simp. It's being a man. We need men that's going to provide. We need men that's going to lead us like the Bible said. We don't need men making up excuses and trying to compete with women. We need men to step up and even take care of you and your other man's kids sometimes. People make mistakes and we need men to understand that and to be God fearing and have a woman up under their arm and protect us from everything. We don't need the judgment. We need to be saved. And another thing is, I got a degree. I got my master's degree. I got 2 kids. I just need a husband at this point. And I don't know why you guys make it such a big deal about dating women with kids. I mean, isn't your mama single? I mean, wasn't your mama single at one time? What's the problem?
Proof that if you become a stepfather, you're going to have to pick up more of the burden. Period. You're going to have to pick up more of the burden. You're going to have to take care of somebody else's children. And these women are going to expect you to take care of their children. Now, the reason I even bring that up is because when you look at Kendra G, you look at all the videos that we do, and a lot of these women do have children. Kendra G may ask them, well, with you having all of these damn children, how do you think certain men are going to react or going to respond to you having this many children? And a lot of you women say, well, he doesn't have to worry about that because I got my own house, I make my own money, I got my own job, this, that, and the third. I can take care of myself, right? And my kids are already taken care of. And then on top of that, sometimes they throw in their baby daddies, even though they say that, they have all of these type of issues with their baby daddies and all this stuff, whatever, right? They say that their baby daddies also are in their children's lives. So she is essentially saying that, hey, well, as a man, you don't really have to come in with much. Just take care of me, right? Just take care of me. But we already know that is BS because, number one, that's what they say now to lure you in. As time goes on, they're going to say, well, I mean, babe, listen, like, can you take little JoJo to practice? It starts off with one thing, right? Can you take little JoJo to practice? Yeah, I got you. Right now, hey, can you go ahead and feed little JoJo? Can you do this? Can you do that? To the point, man, where you're doing things, man, that a father would do to his own son, right? Or to his own child. And now, once again, you get caught up in this loop. You end up building a bond with this child. And this is just number one. You can build this bond with this child. Then she can snatch it from right up under you. Once y'all divorce or if y'all break up, she's going to take half your stuff. Or if y'all break up, she's taking her kids. She's like, bro, listen, nah, these are my children. Like, nah, they already got a father. You're good. Now you're out of the picture. So you just created a bond with some children. You think you're going to be in their lives for your whole life. Now it's gone, right? Now it's gone. But also, they're going to, once again, continue to play the game that, hey, well, you don't have to do anything, but it will your role in those children's lives will slowly get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they will say, hey, well, listen, you're constantly walking around my children. You're constantly in this house eating with them. Why don't you go ahead and do a little bit more with them? Why don't you go play some catch with them? Why don't you do this? Why don't you be an actual father figure to them? They're always going to expect that from you. And I stated before, it's hard because you can easily snatch the rug from up under us. And you take your kids elsewhere, you're going to have to deal with the baby father. And it's just too much. It's just way too much burden, way too much stress for you as a man to have to deal with. For a lot of times, a lot of these women don't even want to have a submissive role, don't even want to take the traditional role. So what makes you think as a man, you're going to be able to have control in that household the way you should? Once again, there's plenty of answers that we can give this lady, but she obviously has a mindset that she has that, hey, men have to do this, while women really don't have to do much. And as you heard it, she said it's not being a simp, it's being a man. Being a man is taking care of somebody else's child. Being a man is sitting like, stop it, man. Stop it. You're just trying to guilt trip, man. That's all this is just guilt tripping, shaming. And then that's also the issue. She's trying to tell you what a man is. She's trying to tell you what a man is. And a man is everything that a man will tell you a man isn't. Like, let's be real here. And then you're trying to drag the Bible up in here where the Bible says that, women need leaders. Well, what do men need? What do men need when it comes down from your women? Oh, well, now you're trying to compete with women. Ma'am, we ain't trying to compete with something that we're not even trying to be with right now, right? And we're talking about the ones who have a bunch of children. Now you're trying to say we compete with y'all? Like, stop it. Stop it. And then you try to guilt trip them by saying, hey, well, ain't your mama single? Ain't your mama this? Ain't your mama that? Well, once again, am I dating my mama? Am I with my mama? Women always try to use the idea that, hey, well, because your mama was a single mother, you should be able to accept single mothers. No, it doesn't work that way. That was my mother's mistake. That's what she did. She the one who messed up. She's the one who messed up. And I know not to deal with women who messes up like that. So I want to go ahead and create my own family. But once again, all of this is just a guilt trip tactic, man, to get men to be step crash dummies. Shout out to Anton Dane. And once again, I just want to say that there's nothing wrong with dating some single mothers, because there are some single mothers who will allow you to come into the life and allow you to lead and be the man that you need to be, right? None of this, oh, well, hey, well, you can't whoop my child. You can't discipline my child here. You can't discipline. You can come here and come talk to me about my child, and I'll do what it, I do whatever it needs to take to make sure that child gets in place. When we already know women trying to discipline their children, it never works. Right? It never works. So this man is sitting over here having to get walked all over in his own household by his children. If a woman is letting you dictate that household and, pretty much tell everybody how the household is going to be ran, hey, and the baby fathers, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to be involved. But if they're not an issue, if there's more positive than negatives dealing with the single mother, then to some degree, I would say go ahead. I mean, if you don't want any kids, but I would never suggest any man who does not have any kids to deal with a single mother. Like, let's be real. And I wouldn't suggest that with another man as well who does have children, because, hey, well, why don't you go out here and go get a woman who is at least going to be respectful, because at the end of the day, all she is going to do is come in. She's just taking a role of a mother. And guess what? Right? And guess what? The father's going to be like, hey, man, listen, man, you can do what you got to do. If you got to whoop him, you got to whoop him. If you got to whoop this child, you got to whoop this child. Because as a man, I'm going to still take care of this household. And if my daughter get out of line, you let me know and I will check her with you. Period. So let's look at these comments, man. Somebody says, how about your baby daddy step up? Then somebody else says, I did. She still cheated. Wasted time and energy. Then somebody else says, the Bible also says not to have babies out of wedlock. Now, going back up to that top comment, somebody says, I did pretty much date a single mother. She still cheated, wasted time and energy. So then somebody else says, not his kids. You created children with a man that pretty much didn't care. I'm assuming that's what she said. She then goes on to say, your choices, your consequences. Then somebody else says, we need men to take care of their own kids. Then somebody else says, use your degree to support your kids. Then somebody else responds and says, my question is, why do they have to help out? Kids have dads for that. Or at the very least, you should be handling your own business. Never ask any non-father to help with kids that aren't his. If he wants to, good for him, but not judging him if he's like, nah. Then somebody else says, is she trolling? Then somebody else responds and says, where in the Bible does it say a man should take care of another man's kids? Their father should step up that who you gave your womb to don't need to be saved. You need to use better judgment. You was once in love with the kid's dad, but another man should come in and take over your bad judgment. And that's another thing. She tells, like, pretty much her saying that, hey, well, us women, we need to be saved. That's the whole point of the video. We just need to be saved. Hey, women, we just need to be saved from our bad decisions instead of just making better decisions. Then somebody else says, I'm so tired of y'all getting online and begging all the damn time. Shit is getting crazy. Then somebody else responds and says, where do these women come from? I didn't even allow men around my son. And then last but not least, somebody else says, you supposed to have babies by men that are men already. That's a fact. But I mean, hey, man, you just allow women to keep coming here, man, making a mockery of themselves. Once again, the jokes write themselves. The jokes end up writing themselves. But do me a huge favor, leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.